Hello, YouTubers. Look at the camera, not the screen. So I wanted to share with you something, a product, because it's going to show up in reverse on the screen. Um, so if I can find a spot where there's no glare, doesn't really matter because if you reverse it in your head, you'll see what it is. So this is a powder. It's not really a powder. What it is they take fruits and vegetables, organic, and they freeze dry it and grind it and mix it up into a powder, basically. But it isn't quite a powder like other products are. And it's got kale. It's got a whole bunch of things in it. You'd have to have better glasses than I have to read the ingredient list. But you can go look it up. It's on brickhouse.com or Brickhouse Nutrition, something like that. Anyway, I've been doing this now for at least, it's been 60 days and plus. And I'll do like a heaping teaspoon. It has a little scoopy thing inside. And I take that. Now, this here, I tried this a long time ago, or a year or so ago, and I just did the regular flavor. Um, and this flavor is actually a lemon and lime. They also have some kind of a berry flavor. And even with the lemon and lime, it does not mask the taste of kale. If you're not fond of kale, you're going to have a little trouble with it. Now, so I found that if I cheat and I take a scoop of country time lemonade mix and put that into my cup, and I have a big cup. I have a cup over at my thing. It's a big cup like this, and if I'll put a scoop or so of the lemonade mix in with a scoop of this, and then I add cold water. You can add this to juices. I just really don't. I'm not really a juice person anymore, and I guess you could order you could with other things. I don't know if it would go good with you know almond milk or something. You're kind of drinking it more as a veggie drink than you are. So you could mix it in with some kind of juice if you like, or V8 or something. But I'm always keeping an eye on sodium, so um, that's what I do. And I have this little drink mixer thing. And it has this little spring on the bottom of it, and it's not that big. It's about this tall, and it sits on a rack, and it runs off of a couple of AA batteries, and it mixes up. It mixes it up in the cup. So I do that, and I've been doing like one a day. And the thing I noticed after the first month was that I have a less of a craving for red meat. So, and it's harder to eat like frozen vegetables because if they don't really have any flavor, you really kind of want the flavor you're getting in this. So, I wanted to try something because I have a low iron and I take iron supplement, folic acid to try to boost up my iron. So I wanted to try something that would kick up my iron on a consistent basis. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. If you go on their website, you could read the ingredients that's on the panel. That's the best way to do it. There's an ingredient panel here, but there's no way in the world that I'm going to be able to read it. Um, but that's the thing that I've noticed with it is that I have less of a desire to eat meat, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Now, I'm not totally sure about the impact like that, but if it's, you know, so I'm gonna have blood work done in the end of the month, and I'll see if it's kicked up my iron at all. And but I mean that's basically my big concern is how I can get my iron up, and it is a lot of dark green vegetables that are on here that I can't really do anyway. I'm not really supposed to eat a lot of dark green vegetables because they're high in potassium, like kale and spinach, collard greens, and those kind of dark greeny stuff. So, but it's different here. So it's an experiment, and right now I'm buying it, one container a month. Although I ended up being short this month, oddly enough. But yeah, it's something to try out to supplement your usual food. I mean, if you're an aggressive organic vegan, then you probably wouldn't need something like this. But if you're a meat and potatoes kind of guy or girl, you might find something like this kind of useful. So just thought I'd share it, something that I'm doing just to try to give myself something a little bit more nutritious than what I've been doing. So that's it. It's a rainy day, of course. We had one day of sunshine this week. And I don't know. I think maybe Tuesday the sun's going to come out. And then it's going to be yucky for the rest of the week. Yep. It's other parts of the world is better, but if your life depended on solar in New England, you would have a hard time getting through these weeks that have, you know, virtually no sun. I get these phone calls all the time saying, "Oh, you get your bill down to zero." It's like, well, what do you do when there's no sun for 2 weeks? And they go, "What? What? I don't understand. Down here in Florida, we have sun all the time. How could you not have sun up there?" Because you live in Florida and not in New England. Yep. And winter's coming. 61 degrees. The heat's on. I have the heat and the air conditioner on at the same time. It gets over 85 in the house. The air conditioner kicks on. Drops down below 70 in the house. The heat comes on. Yep. And right now, it is a comfy 79 degrees in the house. And outside, by way of my outdoor sensor, is 57. Well, so it's even worse than what Google says. Google says it's 61, but 57 here. Actually, I don't know where they get the temperature from, but yeah, the interesting thing is a DSL. I have DSL through the phone company, and the uh, the main router is like in Springfield, which is an hour plus away from here. So it always defaults to where that router is, the main router where it connects to the internet, however that is, that magical connection point. It connects to that World Wide Web magically. Is somewhere in Springfield. It's an hour and a half away from here. Well, it's probably about an hour. But even if I set it in the computer to be in Beckett, it always reverts back in Google to Springfield. I guess that's kind of a good thing. But I digress. I'm here to talk about Field of Greens. I heard the berry flavor is really good, but then I'd probably have to get some Kool-Aid, and Kool-Aid, I don't think I can do Kool-Aid too easily. Hawaiian Punch, on the other hand, they still make Hawaiian Punch. I used to like Hawaiian Punch because I could dilute it like 4-1, and it was still sweet enough that my kids wouldn't notice the drop. Notice that I did dilute it 4-1. I think I'll stick with my country time because the sugar content isn't that high to give me a buzz. At any rate, happy Sunday or Monday, whatever it is in your neck of the woods. And we will see you later. Ya cha 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 cha. Ya cha cha cha. In the stream.